What's up, guys? Roblox Daddy-O here, and today I have kind of a different video for you. We're going to be talking about Anime Paradox. It's in trouble. It's not looking good for the game. Anime Paradox was supposed to be a new twist on the Roblox Defense genre, something fresh, something different. But right now, it's starting to feel like a game that released before it was ready, and it's already paying the price. Today, I want to break down why Anime Paradox is in trouble, what's going wrong behind the scenes, and why even early access players are hitting massive progression walls, including myself. And before we talk about delays, bugs, or Discord drama, we need to talk about the numbers because they explain everything else. This is where Anime Paradox's progression system completely collapses. On normal difficulty, each stage takes about 2 to 3 minutes. First time clear rewards give you 500 gems. Every run after that gives you 25 gems. Only 25. A 10x summon costs 1,000 gems. So, you know, just like in your other tower defense games, one 10 pull costs 1,000 gems. That means once your first time rewards are gone, you need 40 full stage clears just to afford one 10x pull. Now let's talk about the pity. Anime Paradox has a 400 pull pity. That's 40 10 pulls, 40,000 gems for a single guaranteed mythic. 40,000 gems, 40 10 pulls for a single guaranteed mythic. Even after the one-time gem reward, you still need 39,500 gems. At 25 gems per run, that's 1,580 stage clears at an average of 2.5 minutes per run. That's 3,950 minutes of grinding. That's over 65 hours of non-stop gameplay just to hit pity once. And that's assuming you can consistently clear the stages, you aren't blocked by bugs, you aren't walled by bad balance. But it gets worse. If you want to fully ascend a mythic unit, you know, like Universal Tower Defense, where you get multiple stars on a unit to unlock different perks that come with the unit, yeah, same thing here. If you want to fully ascend a mythic unit, you don't just need one copy. You've got to pull that same character 5 more times. That's 6 total copies, up to 240,000 gems or 9,000 stage clears. That's roughly 375 hours of grinding for one fully ascended unit. This is a tower defense game where multiple units need to be built. If you don't get lucky early on, you are completely hard stuck, forced to replay easy story missions for days or weeks just to roll again. This isn't challenging. This isn't rewarding. This is unsustainable design. Now that you understand the math, the rest of the problems are going to make a lot more sense. Anime Paradox's release was delayed due to bugs, balancing issues, and progression problems. Delays happen. That alone isn't the issue. The issue is why. Players are reporting that they cannot progress through normal story missions even when running 2 mythic units. Keep in mind how hard I told you it was to get 1 mythic unit. That's not in-game. That's not challenge content. That's basic progression. If players with mythics are getting stuck, that tells you the balance is fundamentally broken. Think about it. Think about whenever you get gems and you're sitting there trying to get a mythic just to progress. If you can't progress with 2 mythic units just through there's 3 or 4 story levels that you have to try to progress through. If you're getting stuck on 3 or 4 whenever you've got 2 mythic units and it's already as hard as it is to get mythic units, that is flawed. Now, communication is the next major red flag for this game. The owner stated in the Discord that the game would release today. Today is 1/25 of 2026. They said the game would release today. Then yesterday or last night, they stated that the game would be pushed back due to all the issues that I'm listing here and would release Friday. But at the same time, they're still encouraging people to join the Discord. They're sending out, they want you sending out invites and promoting early access, which raises an uncomfortable question. Why? Are these early access players being used as testers? Early access is fine if expectations are clear. Right now, though, it feels like players are invited not to enjoy the game, but to stress test these systems that clearly aren't finished. And now let's move on to the testers. A major issue is the feedback or the lack of meaningful feedback. Testers should be identifying the flaws within these games, pushing back and helping fix balance issues. What we're seeing instead in the Discord channel is glazing. Blind praise doesn't help a game improve. It hides problems until launch when it's already too late, and Anime Paradox is suffering from that right now. I'm being told by testers in the Discord, well, just grind more. I'm not grinding that much. Respect my time. I shouldn't have to set up a macro that's just going to be running nonstop on my computer for a week just to pull one mythic unit. So just to touch on the glazing, I really want to talk about how glazing in general doesn't just affect, it's not just coming from the testers, YouTubers themselves, because typically a YouTube video does not perform whenever it's in a negative light. It doesn't perform well as a positive one. The glazing that's going on creates a positive effect in someone's brain that makes them think that their game is fine whenever it's actually not. I mean, you can look just between these, the other YouTubers and more popular YouTubers, like 89K views on Nag Blocks, 8.7K views on I'm Cosme, Toad Boy Gaming, 2.1K views. It was 6K, or excuse me, it was 6 hours ago, but it's not gonna have as big of an impact, or it doesn't have the views yet. But you've got all these people talking about how the game is so peak. This anime tower defense game might be insane. This new game, this might be the best new anime defense game on Roblox. This new anime tower defense is peak. Like, it's all of this is glazing, and whenever these developers see this new tower defense game in Roblox is fun and actually unique, when you have this amount of glazing, it creates too much of a positive paradigm in the developers' heads and makes them think, hey, there's nothing wrong with my game. I've got all these big YouTubers that are saying that my game is great, and they don't take issues with the game as serious as they should. Another one, Anime Paradox is about to take over Roblox Anime TD. New peak anime tower defense. Release very coming. That's weird. But you guys see it. Like, I don't see one negative video on here at all. There's literally not one. It's all these videos just encourage more people to join the game, and then they're going to be aggravated in itself because the developers are giving early access right now. That's why the early access part of the Discord is full of people complaining. It doesn't help. So right now, the developers, they're seeing this. They're seeing these YouTubers, and they're like, oh, they think my game is great. And they're thinking that these problems that people are having, the casual gamers having, aren't significant. And these problems are significant. They need to be fixed. Also, if you go and look at some of these videos from some of these YouTubers, you will see that they were actually, because they're content creators and they have the content creator tag, whenever they were filming the videos for this game, you'll notice that whenever they first come into the lobby, they don't have any units. And then all of a sudden, they've got the best units in the game. And that's what they're showcasing the game with. Obviously, I'm not saying they're getting preferential treatment and that they'll keep these units. They'll have them taken away, but to showcase the game, they were given these units. So they're not having to see the abhorrent gem grind that there is to even try to obtain those units. And it's creating a feedback loop of positive feedback that shouldn't be there. They're not having to experience the harder parts of the game or to having to experience the gem grind to get those units. They will. I'm sure they've probably lost all that stuff by now, but they will have to see it. Now let's talk missing quality of life and gold bottlenecks. Even outside of gems, the game doesn't respect player time. There's no auto upgrade, no meaningful quality of life systems, and extremely limited gold income. Evolving one mythic costs 50,000 gold. Now, how do we typically get gold in these tower defense games that we play? The easiest and most efficient way is if you've got the gems to summon, you summon a bunch of units and sell them to make a quick dent in how much you need gold-wise for other things. This game, because of the gem economy, you can't sit there and do that. So your only option is to continue to run those stages over and over and over again. It's slow, it's exhausting, and it kills motivation. Now, we've talked about that. Let's talk about the bugs. Just to name a few. Quests aren't completing or tracking properly. For instance, you could have a quest that says that you need 1,000 kills. But yet when you get back in the lobby, let's say you had 500, it'll still show that you had 0. All stages on the milestones page are showing Planet Namek instead of their own story images. Summoning bugs where units spawn halfway into the ground and lock the UI, forcing you to restart and load back into the game. Battle Pass rewards are not being granted after people spent their hard-earned money on it. Units like Olquero not being evolvable. The raid UI disappearing after you win. And again, causing you to restart and go back into the game. And then players, this one's not too big, and then players not receiving the early access units Megamine, and myself included. These aren't small bugs. These are core system failures. So to wrap all this up, Anime Paradox has real potential. The art style, the ideas, the ambition, it's all there. But right now, the game isn't just unfinished. It's actively fighting its own players. If these issues aren't addressed before full release, Anime Paradox risks losing trust before it ever finds its audience. And that would be a shame, because this game could be something special. So let me know in the comments, guys. Are you playing Anime Paradox? Are you stuck too? Or do you think this is just early access growing pains? Because right now, Anime Paradox is at a crossroads. That crossroad could be it listens to its players, it hires new testers, and it tries to improve itself, which it does seem like, if you're watching the Discord, it seems like it is. But that being said, they also could fall flat on their face. They need to have more clarity in their Discord conversations with people. And by clarity, I mean that they need to say something and then stick with it. And if they reverse that thing that they said, they need to have more. And if they reverse what they said, they need to be more transparent about why they are reversing it. It does seem like they are trying to fix the issues, but right now, I don't think they'll have time. I will be amazed if they can get this game fixed within a week. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out if you have hung out this long. And I never do this, but I'm going to go ahead and ask. If you like the video, please do subscribe. It would help me out a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. If you didn't like the video, then don't, I guess. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. I appreciate it. Peace. What's up, guys? I just wanted to go ahead and throw this in here. So yesterday, CapCut was down, so I wasn't able to put this video out. I wasn't able to export it and all that stuff. Well, while I was waiting for CapCut to come back up, which it didn't until today. Now today is 126. Early access did get some shutting down patch notes, and I've been playing today. I will say the devs are working hard on improving and fixing the game. They did increase gems and stuff like that. They semi-fixed gems and gem obtainment, but there are still quite a few bugs. Like, I've done multiple infinites today where I did not get rewards for them. There's units that for some reason I just can't upgrade them whenever I'm doing legend stages. There's still multiple bugs that need to be fixed, but it does look like they are working on the game, and they are working hard to get some of these issues solved before the game releases. So, all this being said, we're looking good. This video was me griping, but apparently it's not just me. There's many others that are saying the same stuff, and they are working to fix these issues, and the game is actually fun. I've been playing it nonstop this morning since this happened. For those that were interested in early release or early access, you can still join their Discord. I think you have to send 10 invites to other people. Those 10 invites have to join the Discord and not leave, and you can get early access yourself. Come and try out the game. They are making improvements. There is still a lot to be fixed, though. If y'all made it this far in the video, I appreciate it, and we'll see y'all in there. Peace.